So these, from a practical standpoint, are the two ways that we will typically envision our musical alphabet. And this is going to be very practical because that's the basis on which we see our scales. That's the basis on which that we're going to envision the intervals that we're going to be putting together. Now, notice in actuality, of course, these two ways of envisioning it are a two-dimensional representation. What's really happening is you should be envisioning, if we were more sophisticated, if our mind could envision like in 3D very well, then we would add a dimension and you would have something like this, right? And what would that be? Well, if you looked at this, you'd have still a linear format. There's directionality to it, and it keeps on going forever in theory, just like a number line. But there's also repetition. So you would think at this point, if that was an A, then this would be an A here. So there's going to be some similarity in the sound of the two A's. They're an octave different. So you can see that there is both similarity in a circular format, and there's going to be a distance component to it. Now, this image over here was created by AI, so it's not perfect. All the letters aren't perfect. It's just to give you a kind of conceptual understanding. We don't actually envision it this way. Why? Because, our minds don't work that way. That's too many dimensions for us to envision. So what we end up doing is picking one. We have to say, okay, well, what's my goal? What am I trying to understand here? And based on what I'm trying to understand, would it be better for me to think in a linear fashion so that I can possibly use, for example, math, which is one reason it would be best for us to actually add a number to the notes? Or am I thinking in a way where it would be easier, what my task is, whatever I'm doing, possibly building a chord or something,